your boy Ango T at Ama2K TV with your favorite program, The Generation Under Siege. Today we are doing, guys, triple Source Supremacy Shop. Makomana no baka baka pagweru, nema sneakers. All your drip is found at Source Supremacy. A nice time more. Second floor, B6B.
Bishop.
Bishop.
But basically we are on the second floor. You see, this is where we're being hosted at. How are you doing, your people? My name is Uncle Blake, and I am co-hosting with my young brother here, Uncle T. Otherwise, how is the year 2025 so far?
2025 is so good. It's promising. Trust
promising.
me. Ama2K is promising.
Neso supreme Right, we have our guest tonight who happens to be my mentor and my elder, who happens to be somebody I respect so much. And Nokugashira Baba Deke into the year 2025, Nokugashira to Soul Supremacy and also Nokugashira to Ama2K television. Magadi Baba.
No, thank you so much for inviting me, and with the new program of Ama2K and the Generation Under Siege, we do welcome the program, and I do expect the youths out there to be enjoying this program as we journey through 2025. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Baba. What I would do right now, Baba Deke would a little bit about himself so that Nemo no idea why this man is my mentor. And I think Mukango to why you're called Dr. Deke because my doctor Takawanda Wandaga.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm Professor Augustine Deke, and I'm the principal of Africa for Christ Bible College as well. I'm the director at the Institute of Pastoral Studies. I'm a researcher, I'm a writer, and I do a lot of interactions with the youth. And also, I do pastoral work at City Life Center, 36th Street in Gweru.
I wish if my CV was so big like that.
Imagine such a doperera. I not also okay, thank you, Mnega show off in Dara.
Because this Thomas was not Dr. Love.
Sharope, those are not my doctor. I want this to Dr.
Something you specialize in.
An area what and so as we are going on with Generation Under Siege, this program specifically it's negative because ma 2K ukapatarisa Uncle Tika vanyanyo kunzi jena van ma 2K seems like everyone is crying about ma 2K. So ndo patachida kuonesa not, is it whatever they are doing, is there anything wrong pane zvavari kuita here, and whatever zvavari doing izvozvo vari kungozviita from their own heads kana kuti kune kwavari kuzviwana. And no saka as we are going with the program tonight, tichida kunzwisisa manje kuti zviri kuitika kuma 2K izvi zvacho izvi zviri kumbonyanya kubvepi chaizvo. Saka ndichipa ndatochikanda kwauri Uncle ndobvunza kuti where do you think these behaviors that Ama2K are doing, where do you think they are coming from?
Right, inini semataura ndakamboita Uncle Black kuti izvoni this issue irikubva kuvabereki because ndivo vasiri kudirect. Ukaona dhongi richirasa muforo kana mombe chirasa muforo tichiri mapayapaya, it's because of the director. Munhu akabata chiklava ndiye ane problem.
Kana dhongi racho rakatoma musoro zvaro.
Baba dhongi rodhabhisa.
Alright, saka tina Baba Deke is not just a pastor, is not just a learned person, he's also a father. He's a parent. Baba vemajaya akura andika saka ndinobva ndati Baba imimi kana zviri kuita izvi zviri kuitika kuma 2K ari kunzi ma 2K this ma 2K that imimi muonero wenyu ne experience yenyu in life and in your profession mungati imimi zvingave zviri kunzi zviri kubvepesha.
I think the way people are hammering on the Ama2K and so forth, we need to look at this issue from a holistic point of view. For example, point number one, the context in which my youth aid activity, they are a problem. Our context at the moment in a vacuum, in a space, there's nothing to keep the youth
occupied.
All
right.
For example, there's no employment. So that already is a gap. And what used to be my spaces for the youth to
recreation.
I
remember my tennis courts, akafarwa, akafa, pamabhora.
So there's that social death
community halls apasina chinoitika angova amirira machechi.
Exactly, we call that social death. We have killed them socially, where
Okay,
there's no
okay.
space for them to maneuver and actually move. That's one which is socially caused by us. We have killed them.
The community has killed
Yes, killed.
the social gap Matuke.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd actually not even looked at it on that perspective.
But inini angu like, sorry, inini angu ndo nyanya kufunga, fungisisa. If you say something, I'm looking at pamataura zvoti tennis court, basketball courts. Do you know, inyaya yekuti vamwe vacho vanaka avachatodi izvozvo. Because if you go to Reuton right now, you go to Reuton, you find them vari kuita basketball, vari kuita volleyball. They are there.
But then, Uncle T, how many have access to Reuton?
Yeah, the basketball courts are dilapidated.
Plus, how many have access? Mukoti, my portals mukoti. Plus, right. Speaking of Guero, right? You have mentioned we have that's the only court accessible to Anna. But at the same time, Koti it belongs to someone else, which is the Relton Club. Saka Relton Club mangwana kamukati members because normally mutemo wechinjacha unototi members only. Because no kungo varega vachitambisandika.
But my councils are
those are kutaura kuti
I see ku Mbizo in Kwekwe. Pambizo grounds. Pane ma basketball courts.
Izvozvozvo itori basa kare councils to make sure kuti recreations evana chi aripo sekutaura kwaita baba Deke kuti paifangwa kuvakwa mabhora ground ebhora pakavakwa dzimba infield akangoitwa iwaya handika paifangwa kunge pane ground ebhora paifangwa kunge pane mapaki paifanirwa kunge pane tennis courts like kumkoba pamkoba 2 apo pasiri pe moya iri pamkoba panotori tennis courts akangorega akafa akatongosiwa akada pa next swimming pool yekumkoba. So those are some of the things we are letting these things die, yet
it's impacting on the youth.
You see,
Chikura waito ya club with lunch yaita time lunch, but aitorega kuenda lunch tichitamba table tennis and
pamkoba hall iko zvino hapasina chinoitika
from one town to another.
And wanyadzaziva kuti izvoni wakangoona zuva ratipewo so uri kutamba rapana asi ani muri kuona ndopane nyaya ike zvino manje curfew yavapanayo yakutonzi just be home today
kuna mamwe mafamilies ekutoti curfew havachakwanisi kuimanager but pane kwazvakabva kune kwazvakakonzeresa ndosaka tiri kuti right vadeke iwe vationese kuti chaizvo baba zvingava zvakakonzereswa papi one sofa vatiudza nyaya yesocial gap iyi yekuti havasisina space of socializing them together as my youth. Because uku vanenge vane coaches. So which means a coach is an older person. Anenge achitova director kuti zvinechekuita nelife.
Human development.
Okay.
It's not only parents who should develop a person, it's society. So some of the societal factors, they've disintegrated. And the family, it's like the pastor. The pastor, it's not his job to completely make a person holistically appearing with Akwan. The pastor must work with other forms of society in order to build a human character. So if you look at my parents, which I don't totally agree, but parents are part of the puzzle. Because
when a parent is raising a child, a parent is raising they are raising a person who is there to raise a family. But the society out there is raising a person who is going to be part of the society. Saka wakudzidziswa ma social skills. Wakudzidziswa the importance of a job.
Saka because munhu amuna kumu establish well in society. Chamuru ngogona kuwaka majeri. Majeri are becoming like the place
for everyone else to go now.
For correctional.
Recently, suicide.
My suicide, I want this and that. I want this, especially I want this.
Because what is becoming home for my 2K, we are building prisons instead of building social infrastructure.
But I want to ask neside renyu church. Isusu tichikura taiziva kuti izvoni kuchurch kazhinji ukaona mufundisi aitondirayira every time they were trying to make my ways well. But I want you to yukuti muzopindura henyu after this break. We're going to take a commercial break, guys, and after that tichaudzwa namufundisi kuti izvoni kumachechi mayouth achiri kuuya here kana kuti machechiwo ndo amwe akutofa because the youth are now just going in the streets.
I welcome you back again to our program, Generation Under Siege, panopa ama 2K television. As you already know, kuti tiri panapa pa Soul Supremacy, shop number B8, pa Nice Time Mall muno Mugweru. And as you can see, Soul Supremacy is bringing you the original in shoewear and in dripwear. Drip ya woga ye madara. Msango funga wadi drip ndiyo hapana jede. I mean, because I can actually put this, you was gonna drip each dare.
Chedazi.
Ndota zere ufege. Yeah?
Chedazi.
So I mean, even my elder brothers in such case, you can walk in pa shop B8 pa Nice Time Mall muno Mugweru, Soul Supremacy, and get your best original sneakers in the drip clothing. But anyway, Uncle T, you were talking earlier on what did you say?
Right. In I was directing this question to Mfundis, and you know, growing up, we knew kuti on church inopindira in my upbringing, because every Sunday raisaita kuti ndirove church. Ndaitoziva kuti it's either moms kana mfundisi vanotondita tsomtsomo. Ndikasaenda kuchurch on Sunday, ndaiti ndakasangana mfundisi mumaraini tinorova pasi mfundisi takutokonfesa. So are you still doing the same kana kuti yo kuchechi matolengale?
I think I like when I hear people talking of home. We no longer have homes. Home consists of many things.
Okay.
We have houses.
Just the buildings.
Just buildings where people go and live in those houses and live. Homes, we are talking of the physical structures, the emotional, the psychological, and the other factors not in the kumba. Kana uri kwa uroti ndida kwenda kumba. Zisingari utuda kwenda kubuilding. But there's something which attracts you.
Sako kukata kugara ndiko kuanda mvurani chando.
Staying in structures.
Kwe kuanda mvurani chando.
Ne chando, because a home unofana ushuvira kuti ndida kwenda kumba. In what we are calling homes, we no longer have fathers, we have men. Men is just being male.
The present male figure in the structure.
In the structure. You see, because a father, the word father means being responsible.
Because one of my responsibilities are baba.
That's too deep.
But we not depth iyo takaibvisa. Kubvisa kwatakaita depth iyoyo ndo patakaita zvinhu zvese izvive shallow. Takabva takuvadza
manje. Mothers, we have women.
Okay, so mufundisi ndodzoka futi pa same question yangu. So far my under part A, not part A, comma 1, because so far mataura part A home. What about kwenyu imimi ku side pastoral? Are you guys still...
Right, because the church, what happens is usanyepero kunzi church iyo inopedza ma problems one. We are talking of systems. The church is part of the systems ziri within a society. Not developer. Saka ku church tikangova tega isusu other systems zichi collapse. Church inoremera. That's why paine ma repeated deliverances. It's because other systems are not partaking in dealing with the human problems. And you want to repeated delivery. When you have this Sunday, no matter what, what's next week? The same problem.
The same voice don't manifest every week.
It's not a demon. In Zara. So other systems.
Okay, Fundis. Character arrange masofa. Meno kana achiri kuitwa.
Kumasofa.
Because when you are in courtship, rather when you are dating, kuti vamwanzwisisa when you are dating waenda una mufundisi kumasofa. But ndakazonzwa rimwe timu rakuchema kuti kumasofa kunonetsa mufundisi ari kuda bhebhi rangu and so forth.
Chinonetsa, human beings cannot be developed in structured forms.
Okay.
To develop structures. Wakasiyana nezvidhina zvaonesa mold uchidi, because human beings are dynamic. Pane inonzi natural selection. Munhu anofanira kuflowa
nezvaada iye
nezvaada. Vari create mamolds.
saka isusu tochishanda naye tichimuumbiridza mune zvaada izvozvo.
But uri kuona chiri Ango Black. Mufundisi ndakuvatarisa vakuita muparent waike zvino wekuti they are just living on the leash kuti izvoni it's okay, do what you want but dzoka kumba, because muri kuti
aiwa, but you know mufundisi zvavataura kavati munhu has got ake personal interests. Saka the church should not be there to deviate you from your personal interests, but the church should be there to mold you along that line. Kukuonesa kuti my interests are wadaya ane dangers apo neapo, saka iwe prepare for that and also try to avoid those dangers or be ready for them. And no zvafanana nekudanana nemunhu, let's say you are a young man andika ausati wapinda 40. Your mother is just that you are married ako now, but if you aren't married, your mother will be expecting you to marry musikana asina mwana pauri papa.
Like point your razor, if the church ikazara nema systems which are replacing the natural processes of God, which should be taking place within people, even matuke, inoboa. That's why showing my youth are shoma and end up church, because church iri kupawa with the wrong definition of church. Kana uyu youth agaku church atimu create ma molds
anoendera nezvaano understand nekufarira.
Anjelo church inofanira kuallow munhu the natural processes ekuti anzwe Mwari nekuti angamushumirise angamushandirise.
But mufundisi natural process ndoyacho kuti vana mazuvano yakuvaendesa ikokai, because takavasiya pa natural,
so which
these
means
guys they are not adapting natural.
So which means the church must create an environment deal with the current context.
Exactly.
Yeah, this youth.
No, you can tell us the church, it's okay.
Pacific Life Center, the bigger number of our members, my youth.
Oh.
One hour dara ndo watu washomo.
Muri kuvaita zetu.
Papa
create an environment
which
attracts them to be themselves, without you trying to call them in and you put them in mold.
Into your mold wakagadzira iwewe kare.
Church kwenyu hamusi kuridza radio, munoridza radio.
No,
vari kuinga mabhanjo.
Let's say for example, we give them freedom to express themselves. We don't make laws to say atidi kupfeka majini like jini yako zimwe dzinotopa a law to say majini enya atiwadi kuchurch. That already creates a barrier to the modern generation of isuri kwetu chikuranga ari maberi bottom and kana enyo generation yakupfeka akadai
anoimaribd mfundisi wao.
Even on a Sunday you can go and sing in front wakapfeka ribbed yako. There's no need to put a law.
So basically your church is not judging, because honestly I want to be honest with you, inini ndakakura ndisingaendi kupentecost because kupentecost ndakangotorawo mapentecost andakambobatana nawo 1 or 2 ndaingone mindset yekuti they judge a lot, kuti wakasvikako wakasarigona kuti rakashaka rakada wotonzi hauna mati usatona mati,
which is true and correct, and that is an error. So tiri pastation tichitaura, we also have to correct wrong things.
Kuti vanhu spiritually wofuti tinokura differently. Tinokura differently.
For example, ukauya nasuri muyouth anti I must not say izvozvo makagara pasi wamwari kunamata wakasimuka wakagarire ivo, you are just new. It's like mwana akazvarwa nhasi wakutoka a lot of statements.
But
are you getting the point?
imimi kwenyu manje, imimi kwenyu mufundisi, kune kamwe kapressure sokari kupuwa vana mazuvano Ango Black kemuchato. Pentecost mostly, I have to say that Pentecost mostly vari kuwana pressure yemuchato, and those kids vese vakupinda marriage for wrong reasons vachingoti ningakachata. Then kune vamwewo vane machechi akataimira mari anobva atoti izvoni kana watopedza uchata musi wezvipo izvi zvese tokupa venue to give you, but musi wezvipo unobva wanzi izvoni 10% usiye kutithe. Amurupabata.
Yes.
It's a must. So
I think just to cut you short there, it's another anti-social problem.
Yes.
Then to get out of the homes and
Yes.
family. I think point which is bringing in a world view. The world view, Mawonero a church.
okay.
The way they interpret the world.
Okay.
You can misdirect people by interpreting the way you see things as if ndozvinodiwa naMwari zvisiri izvo zviri mushokorani.
All right, so we are going to take a short break right now, and then when we come back, tichatozokumbira mufundisi manje kuti vachiti explainera now kuti ipapapa now we have maonero andi kutoita matsananguro aita mufundisi so far. Can you see kuti we have totally misunderstood ma 2000?
Yeah.
Zvese zvatsanangura mufundisi kubva kuhome, kubva kuma-social gathering places avafanirwa kunge vachitandarira, kuchechi kwatiri kuvaudzira zvekupfeka nekuvajaja tichiti mapfekero avakaita nekuda zvipo ma10% emuchato wavo, ivo vachiti muchato ndewedu, tichabva tine zvipo zvedu asi chechi yakuti tipo. So can you actually see kuti the bottom line, it brings us to the fact that we have totally misunderstood ma 2000.
Okay.
We are labeling them.
Yeah. And so we're just going to take a short break, and then yedza futi masneaker anza ase madara, but ariko kwatiri andika tiri parapa soul supremacy, and join us again after this commercial break.
It's your boy Ango T, and we are back on our program, The Generation Under Siege. Shanzi Susu Tisu Teslata update our application ekunzi Summer Ama 2K. Joke. Mati atinakunyatsa kuvanzwise we're taking them wrong.
The way unozwa mwana wakangokura pambo chingoti urembwa yamunhu anotoguma kutozona
agokura.
We are not also giving the other side of the story so that we correct the script. So the other factor is we're talking, most homes now, because of money, the youth, awasina wanonoita mentor, unlike Kumashure. Kumashure, the family unit, younger intact. Sagana, the family unit has disintegrated because of a number of factors. So my youth edu ayachanoti. Awasina vanhu vanoita mentor, vanhu vanoita nature, vanhu vanofamba nawo and guiding them. People no longer have that patience. So vanhu vakuita mentor and guide and technology, drugs and so forth have replaced what the mentors were supposed to be doing.
Do you know one thing I realized back nekungosangana nawo mayouth anenge achiuya kwandiri achingovhunzawo one or two things about advice, vamwe ndendichivaudzawo makuriro edu andakaona kuti izvi zvakashanda patiri. No, but unoona izvi zviti usadai wewe waive usingatauri nana mudhara wako panyaya yakati yakati. I would be surprised achitaura kuti nyaya yandingaitaura namudhara namudhara wangu hadzibudi. Zvinhu zvatichinyatsozva kuti izvi zvinobatsira zveshuwa zvinochinja situation yemunhu, but why is this person so afraid to talk to their parent about this? So could it be vadeke kuti kune vamwe maparents mumba umo vasingatodi kuteerera machallenges evana vavo zvekuti iye decision yake stands and it's final nyangwe iri wrong? Are the parents who actually know here kuti inini decision yangu iri wrong kana kuti iye anenge achitofunga kuti iri correct? I
normally think that is caused by mismatching of generations. Mismatching of generations kuti zvataita kuma 1970 handizvo zviri kuitika now. Because in 1970 kwakune mabhaiscope ene wakuona zvinhu zvako pafoni. So kune vari kuresista kumove into the new context, and vanenge vada kumanage the new context using the wrong script, the old script,
the Old Testament. Nebhaibheri rakatochinjwawo iva usida kuchinja.
Saka ndo pari kunzi baba the way they want to talk, the way they want to deal with wanamba, anenge choose the way they used to be. But not seeing with no time has what?
Has changed.
So they need to use the current template. I'll give you a good example. It was tight. We grew up in a generation where discipline was the norm.
waitori neshamhu dzako dzakakugarira kumba dzaunotoziva dzinogara ende dzikashayikwa shamhu idzodzo futi unozvifira unonodzituma futi we kunodzitsvaka mwene wadzo dzofanira kugara dziripo.
But then we are in a new dispensation of human rights.
Yes.
By then, in the 70s, the world believed in discipline. But our current world is killed the word discipline.
I think it was because of war. Because if you check, when it comes to like army, the way the soldiers treat,
yes,
it's a one-way.
They to come and enforce the law. So
it was a time of war,
changing from war to.
So that you transition. Yakatuomera because you guys want to treat us sengeti muhondo, while this is very rebellious because.
So Ankuchi, you are saying kuti iwewe my parents aya because my 2000 vana ve my parents vakabva muhondo and kavana Deke I am sure time yakapera hondo yedu yemuno muZimbabwe yechimurengai mama kutogadzirira kuchipinda muparenthood.
The other factor just besides isusu muZimbabwe, most of my human rights behaviors are changed by my multinational companies, organizations like WHO, Wana World Bank, they want to put a new template of dealing with behaviors of people. So being strict, I was talking to a friend in Canada. I thought, you were there in 1970. It was
who is a Canadian?
It was fofa.
Yeah.
Saga pane my human rights and how to deal and control. I know it was dispensed nana who. And those big
multinations. But now nyaya iyo ye my rights. Are these rights not becoming making it too easy for my 2K could atorasika manje?
And then these rights are not determined, not pure. Nana human rights organization. Democracy, by dispensing these rights at international level.
I have noticed one thing. Panichimwe campaign chaitwa ku America. Those guys vaibuda pama TikTok and vachiratidza zvekuti discipline the child because vakuona kuti vana vakudini vakasika. Mupurisa iPhone runs 911. I want to burn my house because my vangwandira mzaenda out. Mupurisa aiuya akabata bhande kuti mama discipline the child. It was a campaign sort of yekuratidza kuti ma 2K anyanya urekedzo. So basically what I'm saying is because the time is moving. We are transitioning from another generation to a very new generation. That's why we have got Generation Under Siege show. To bridge those gaps. Lucky enough, we've got Vanavadeka, they're here to advise us. One Angle Black, they're here to advise us. Kutitodini, Inidwadeke Panenya. Yantinoda unyatsa kunzwisisa pa ama 2K ndichakudhaivheta imbichana that issue inondinetsa because pane chinhu chanyanya kuwanda vanhu avasisina basa neprivacy when it comes to bedroom issues. Ama 2K, they are indulging a lot in sexual activities. What does the Bible say per se? Because pane mwana akandibvunza wanakati nai mukoma pama 10 commandments pese pakanyorwa zvimwe when it comes to sexual activities pakanyorwa zve adultery. While this adultery we know kuti it's between people who are married, something like that. Fornication iri papi and honestly namu bwaira. I mean, how can you help
maybe
us?
I can try to bulk the answer about the society until it was closed. I remember isusu tichikura taisa toenda kumakuwa kana murafu And I remember one of my uncles, akashaika tikatopinda mumba tikatonzi chibudai wakarara sekuru wenyu. Takatorara pamubhedha and tikatondofudza mombe tikasiya sekuru wakarara. But now our modern generations, information technology has opened up. Everything is public. And then there's a culture shock. How then do we deal with the open society, with the new challenges? Those are the struggles. It's the how part of now with the current challenges. Then coming to that, the Bible remains the same throughout generations. You don't got an application, it's going to apply relevantly within the context. Zari kufura nemadziri. Iro arichinji. Arichinji. Madimoni zvanga angori mna 1970.
Ndio same modus operandi anongoshandisa iyoyo.
Same. But how then should we manage them within our cultural context? It takes the pastor then, a real leader, to put things in context without abusing the context. Achishandisa the old kwatiri kuti. Ndo patiri kukanganisana nechi nema.
Saka meaning kuti apa ma 2K aya kuita kuva extremely sexually active kwa vari kuita it's zviri kubva mukusanyatso kudzidziswa zvakanaka about the Bible and then also about the repercussions
understanding our new context. Tese ma 2K neswakuru, as we teach them, let's teach them to understand our new context without.
But have you ever noticed something, Vadeke? Do you know that there are some parents who are okay with their children being sexually active as long as are within the age limit, right? 18 and above. When my parents are snap, I say, "Unotoona tu mwana mai vakatobaisa vana vavo majadeo."
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. You know, the parents are mwana boarding. Shakanzishoni, I want to pass through with my doctor. Takati, what's up there? Shakanzishoni, I want to update my jadeo. The kid is only Form 3, bro. Form 3.
Mbereko akatomisa jadeo because atoza kuti ndine nubu mumba asi chakaisa kuti munhu aite nubu chi.
So Uncle Blake, ike zvino time yedu tsajikanana. And inini I suggest guys we have part 2 of this episode. Because honestly, I said, Vadeke, I said,
I saka sisi tatakutaka
apata tichungo
tichungoonesana kwa zviri
plaster dombo iri.
Atisati tasvika kumineral. Saka then we have to come back ne part 2 yedu ye generation under siege tina Pastor Deke. This time tinoda kuti pa part 2 vati explainere na kuti pa hondo dzese dzatataura idzi andikataona kwa zvinokonzereswa zvimwe zviri kukonzera takaura ma social circles evana kumwe takakonzereswa kuti iyo ma leaders ema societies which is the parents, the churches and stuff like that avasi kuadjust to the new forms that are there. Nyika yachinja, let's change along as well nematitira tinoita vana vedu kuti tivatitirochi tichiendera nenguva inoyandika. And 3, we need to understand the Bible itself. If we are going to implement the Bible, let's understand the Bible. If we're going to implement our traditional culture, let's understand that traditional culture. Tisauraye futi ma structures in a family. The home has been made a house. Yangova a shelter. Aisisiri njimbo gutareru tiziro. And ikasaka all those things are affecting our generation. Satakudama solutions now. But when we come back on our segment 2, this particular program, I think Vadeke, I would want us to also takanga more the spiritual aspect of life.
Possibly
the spiritual aspect of life.
Okay. So guys, for you to hear and listen more from this show, you have to go and subscribe on our channel Ama2K TV ZW. We are there on Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. Till next time.